Hello viewers, in today's class we are going to discuss one important concept in binomial theorem, right? And here we are going to discuss the concept of finding out a term independent of x, right? So here we'll calculate the term which is independent of x in the expansion of x square plus 1 over x raised to n, right? So let us first see what is the meaning of term independent of x. Now let us consider a binomial a plus b raised to n, right? And from binomial theorem, we know that this expansion, that is the expansion of a plus b raised to n, it contains n plus 1 terms, right? So the total number of terms in the expansion of a plus b raised to n is n plus 1, right? So here we have the binomial x square plus 1 over x raised to n, and if we compare this binomial with this one, we'll get a is equal to x square and b is equal to 1 over x, right? And n is equal to 9, right? So here the index or the exponent is 9. So when we expand this binomial by using the binomial theorem, then the total number of terms would be 9 plus 1, that is equal to 10, right? So the expansion of this binomial contains 10 terms, right? And here a contains x and b also contains x, right? So we have to find that term which doesn't contain this variable x, right? Or this term x, right? So let us see how we can find out the term independent of x without expanding this binomial by using the binomial theorem. So first of all, we'll find out the general term of this binomial, right? So the general term for this binomial is given by this formula, that is t of r plus 1 is ncr a raised to n minus r and b raised to r, right? So this is the general term for this the expansion of this binomial, that is a plus b raised to n, right? So the general term for this binomial is t r plus 1 is given by ncr. N is 9, so we have 9cr, and a is x square, so here we have x square raised to n minus r. So n is 9, so here we have 9 minus r, right? And b is 1 over x, so we have 1 over x raised to r, right? Now we can simplify this expression. So here we have 9cr, and here we have x raised to, we can multiply 9 minus r by this 2. So we have 2 nines are 18 minus 2r, right? And 1 over x raised can be written as x raised to minus 1, so this is minus r, right? So 1 over x raised to r can be written as x raised to minus 1 raised to r, so this is x raised to minus 1 times r is minus r, right? So now here we have two terms containing x, right? So what we can do, we can add these two exponents. So we have 9cr x raised to 18 minus 2r plus minus r, right? So this is 9cr and x raised to 18, and minus 2 minus r is minus 3r, right? So now we see that this term, that is the rth term, right? So here tr plus 1 is 9cr x raised to 18 minus 3r, right? So here this term contains x raised to 18 minus 3r, right? So now we can find out the various terms by taking r is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, right? So in all we have 10 terms in this binomial expansion. So now to get the term independent of x in this expansion, it implies that we must have the term which is free from x, right? So in a term which is independent of x, we should not have this x, right? So for getting a term which is free from x, which is independent of x, this exponent, that is 18 minus 3r, must be equal to 0, right? Because when this power, that is 18 minus 3r, is equal to 0, it means we'll get the general term as tr plus 1 9cr x raised to 0, right? And x raised to 0 is simply 1, so we have simply 9cr, right? And obviously this is a pure number, and tr plus 1, that is the general term, is free from or independent of x, right? So 18 minus 3r should be equated to 0, right? So now we can solve this equation. So minus 3r is equal to minus 18, taking plus 18 to this side, and r is minus 18 over minus 3, that is 6, right? So for r is equal to 6, we will get a term independent of x, right? So taking r is equal to 6 in this expression, we'll get t 6 plus 1, right? So here we'll take r is equal to 6, right? So this is t 6 plus 1, so here we have 9 c 6, right? So if we solve this expression, we'll get t7, right? So t7, it implies that the seventh term would be the term which doesn't contain x, right? So t7 is now 9c6, and we know the formula for ncr. So ncr is n factorial divided by r factorial multiplied n minus r factorial, right? So here we have 9 factorial, 6 factorial, and 9 minus 6, that is 3 factorial, right? So 9 factorial, and here we have 6 factorial. We can write 9 factorial as 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 factorial, right? And here we have 6 factorial, and 3 factorial is 3 to the 6, and here 6 factorial and 6 factorial get cancelled. So this is 3 to the 6, 3 3s are 9, and this is 2 4s are 8, right? So we have 3 4s are 12, 12 7s are 84, right? So the seventh term would be 84, right? And this term is independent of x.